Hey, it's Robert, and this is Solo Parent TV. On a recent trip to Dallas, I had a chance to sit down with someone that I respect a tremendous amount. His name is George Barna. If you've been involved in ministry at all, you know his name. I'm getting a phone call. 1 second. You know who he is. He's written 41 books, and he is seen as the nation's leading expert on researching the intersection of faith and culture. In recent years, he's done a tremendous amount of study on, among other things, kids and raising kids and the importance of faith in their lives. One of his books is called Revolutionary Parenting. Another is called, I believe, Raising Spiritual Champions. A lot of the material that he has been researching has gone into the formation of what I do and what we do at iShine in reaching kids. But I had a chance to sit down with him and say, if you had something to say to parents, what would it be? And so he answered that question. I've got it here on video. I'm going to break this into a few different video blogs because what he said is really worth digesting. And so I encourage you to take a look. This is what George had to say to parents.
You're engaged in one of the most difficult but one of the most significant activities taking place in the country right now, because you're a parent. You have charge of a young life, maybe multiple young lives. What you do with those children will determine who they are for the rest of their life. And so I want to encourage you to do several things and think about several things. First of all, it's never too early to start with your children. What we find is the earlier you start, the better off those children and your family, the church at large, and our country is going to be. See, because from the moment that children come out of the womb, they begin to absorb what's going on around them. And because we all need a worldview to make sense of the world and to use that worldview as a filter through which we make our choices, they begin developing their worldview even before they can speak. And so it's never too early for you to start being very intentional in terms of what you're doing with your children. Now, that leads to another point too, which is that whatever you choose to do it strategically. Plan it out. Be very conscious about what you're doing. Great parenting doesn't happen accidentally. It's got to be something that you've really thought through in terms of what's my philosophy of how to parent a child? What kind of elements am I going to bring into this process? What do I view as success? How do I determine what that is? So you've got to be very strategic in all of this.